of the dumpster and get on the ground. Joseph, come on out. Climb out of the dumpster. There you go. Don't run! Get down! Dog! Show your hands! Show your hands!
Get the fuck off me! 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 Get down!
I promise to hold the department accountable to the highest standards of our profession. And I promised that I would always do the right thing, especially when it was difficult. And today is one of those days. Saturday night, one of our officers shot a man near 1078 Rice Street. He wasn't wearing clothing, and he had no possessions. Thankfully, that man survived and is recovering at Regents Hospital. And thankfully, none of our officers were physically harmed during this incident. This all happened during a tense call involving more than a dozen police officers and a person wanted for violent crimes, including criminal sexual conduct, kidnapping, and aggravated assault. Calls like this are incredibly complex. They involve multiple agencies, victims, and facts. Most of the time, these calls end without incident. On Saturday night, that wasn't the case. Two things happen after an officer shoots someone. The BCA conducts a criminal investigation, and we, the St. Paul Police Department, conduct a thoughtful and detailed review while asking ourselves some very important questions. These questions are, was the force in line with our policies and training? Was it reasonable? Was it necessary? And did the force reflect our department values? Unfortunately, an officer fell short of those standards on Saturday night. And as a result, I have taken swift, decisive, and serious action to address this incident. It was an action guided by our values, our policies, and the promise I made when I became Chief of Police in the City of St. Paul. And while state law prevents me from saying what action I have taken, I can tell you that's in the best interest of both our community and in the best interest of our department. I've spent the past few days reviewing the facts of this case, our policies, and the body-worn camera video from the scene. Some of the video I'm going to play for you now.
Get out of the dumpster and get on the ground. Joseph, come on out. Climb out of the dumpster. There you go. Don't run! Get down! Dog! Show your hands! Show your hands!
Get the fuck off me! 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 Get the fuck off
This video is incredibly difficult to watch because I know lives have been altered. A person has been shot. A community is feeling the effects of an officer-involved shooting. An officer who has served honorably in the past has had his life changed forever. And when I asked myself if the officer's actions on Saturday night were reasonable and necessary, the only answer I can come up with is no. As police officers, we have a duty to use force only when required. We must balance the risk to our community, our colleagues, and to ourselves. Wearing the badge of the St. Paul Police Department is a privilege and it's an honor. And it comes with great responsibility and authority. That authority can only be granted by the community we serve. My job as your chief is to hold this department accountable to the tough standards, the high standards of the St. Paul Police Department for our community, as well as the officers who have the honor of wearing this badge. Today, that's what I'm doing.